local people, local news and events, local sports, local matters. For all things Lloydminster and area, this is Live with Kurt Price.
We want to welcome you into the new Lloydminster Nissan, where we've got Terra Weaver and Kelly Sidoryk with KT & Co. and Dana Babb joining us from Lakeland College. They're here today to talk to us about their Inspiring Women Conference coming up on February 5th at the Lloydminster Exhibition. It is the 15th annual. Join us at Wellings of Lloydminster tomorrow. Wellings of Lloydminster is holding a grand opening for their beautiful new clubhouse at 3211 72nd Avenue on Thursday, January 15th from 2 to 5 p.m. This beautiful clubhouse is the perfect addition to this vibrant new 55-plus community with a fitness area, large kitchen, beautiful kitchen, a game room, large screen TV, and spacious visiting area. It's another great reason that you'll love modern living that comes with making Wellings of Lloydminster your home. Join Wellings on Thursday, January 15th from 2 to 5 to see for yourself, or you can call Nicole at 780-872-8537 to set up your private tour. Wellings of Lloydminster. Care Freedom Living starts here. Well, yesterday we were excited to be able to deliver cupcakes to Pratik Patel with Sunrise Pharmacy in Lloydminster, and to thank him when a pillar of our community fell, and it was well after hours. Pratik opened up at Sunrise Pharmacy to make sure that he had the medication and could rest more comfortably at home. Now, if you know of a deserving caregiver like Pratik, then send an email to livewithkurtprice@gmail.com and get them nominated to receive a dozen gorgeous and delicious cupcakes. And it's a chance to say thank you. Cupcakes for Caregivers is proudly presented by Lloydminster Sobeys and Umbrella Marketing and Design with Live with Kurt Price. This Saturday and Sunday is the Lloydminster Gun and Outdoor Sportsman Show in the WS Convention Center at the Lloydminster Exhibition. The doors are open on Saturday from 10 to 5 and on Sunday from 10 to 3. Dwayne Davison is the president of the Lloydminster Fish and Game Association, and he told us what you can find at the show.
Well, the gun show is providing outdoor equipment and to the general public, and it's meant to be majority of sales. However, if you do have a gun that you don't want to sell, the vendors actually buy them also. And we do all the gun checks in and out and that type of thing just for security purposes and all that. So, but there's a wide variety of stuff that can be bought there, from outdoor clothing, whether it's hunting, fishing, or whatever, those kind of activities. Anything outdoor is what's there.
We'll be broadcasting live from the show. Admission for the gun show is just $10, and you can also renew your membership for the Fish and Game Association and get tickets for the Wildlife Banquet. Tonight is game number 3 of the Lloydminster Bobcats and the Bonnyville Pontiacs' recent schedule against each other. The Cats won big in Bonnyville before losing in a shootout at home last Saturday night. Tonight's game goes at 7 o'clock with a reduced entry thanks to Service Credit Union. There's another Chase the Ace draw tonight at the Lloydminster Exhibition with 31 cards remaining in the deck and a jackpot that is already over $62,000. Tickets are $10 each, 3 for $25, 8 for $50, or 20 for $100. And you get those in person at the Lloyd X office, or by going to lloydx.com. You can also e-transfer if you hurry. Draws happen every Wednesday until the Ace of Hearts is drawn. And we're excited to announce the return of Love Story, presented by Richardson's Jewelry and Spiro's. If you would like to appear on Live with Kurt Price with your husband or wife and tell us your love story, then email us at livewithkurtprice@gmail.com. My wife, Heather Price, will once again be joining us on the programs this February to hear some great love stories, and anyone who appears on the program will receive a $100 Spiro's gift card to use for a romantic night out. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to find out all about the 15th annual Inspiring Women Conference.
At Diamond 7 Meats, we work with local farm families to provide a high-quality product and a great selection for you. Try our mouth-watering smokies, pulled pork, roast beef, and more, made pure and natural with no additives or fillers. We offer custom processing, and our experienced team works for you to provide a selection of sausage, burgers, and jerkies made to your specifications. Take your grilling to the next level with a Yoder smoker. Complete the grilling experience with Canadian-made, award-winning line of House of Q barbecue sauces. We're locally owned and operated, and we look forward to seeing you today.
At Lloydminster and District Co-op, membership matters more. Because being part of a co-op means you're connected to something bigger than yourself. From long-held legacy by those who built our communities, to people you call family, friends, and neighbors. When you're a Lloyd Co-op member, you're an owner in a local business that prides itself on purpose alongside profit. You earn cash back, you help support causes that matter most, and you're building a better way of life for the next generation. Membership matters more.
How can you help support the oil and gas industry and jobs in Western Canada? The answer is closer than you think. Sell your scrap metals to PWM Steel. PWM sells scrap iron to Evraz, located in Regina. Evraz's #1 customer is the energy sector, building pipes and plates for the oil and gas industry. PWM Steel is your locally owned metal recycler and steel service center in the area. Plus, they're a strong supporter of the community. PWM Steel, your top steel supplier for Alberta and Saskatchewan for 40 years.
BioClean Disaster Services is committed, certified, reliable, and will help you get your life back. 1-833-246-8326. BioClean Disaster Services has been around for 10 years in Lloydminster and area, and in that time, they have become Lloydminster's largest restoration company. They're also the local restoration company. You see their name on a lot of things. They're sponsoring a lot of projects. You've seen, I hope, the way they've helped out the Lloydminster Sexual Assault Center, and their name is very visible in the BioClean Aquatic Center here in Lloydminster. They'll take care of your property, they'll take care of your belongings, but more than anything, they'll take care of you. BioClean Disaster Services, 1-833-246-8326. Well, once again, we are pleased to welcome Terra Weaver to the program. Dana Babb is with Lakeland College, and Kelly Sidoryk, the other half of KT and Co. So it's great to see you guys here again this year. Kelly, I was excited when you reached out and said it's almost time. I was actually going to message you that day and say, hey, we gotta set up a time to come in, because the Inspiring Women Conference has become a staple in Lloydminster. And I couldn't believe when you told me it was 15 years. So that's pretty darn impressive. You guys must feel pretty good about 15 years.
It's really crazy to think how quick it went by. But, you know, when we reminisce a little bit, it is rewarding, and we're thankful for all the opportunities and the support. I mean, you know, we couldn't have done it without great speakers, great sponsors, and of course the attendees that have supported us all the way along.
What stands out for you in those 15 years? Like, is there some memories that come to mind?
It's the support, I think, and the people that have helped lift us up along the way. And so hopefully we can return that. One of our first, was our first speaker, really excellent. We were so pleased to have her, and Linda Edgecombe is her name. And she came and did a really good job, and then kind of surveyed the crowd, and she's savvy. And she said, you know, I think that price that I was charging you might be a little steep for what you got going on here. And she supported us in accommodating that. She actually plays another role in another story when we were going to get her to come back a number of years later. And this is on me because I dropped the ball and had not reached back out. And so then when I go to reach out to her to confirm, she's like, well, no, I don't have that. We were supposed to confirm much. So we were.
And it was close to the day.
It was close to the day, and we did not have a keynote speaker. And so she said, but no worries, I'll help you and we'll find someone. And so we had Leah Goldstein that year, who was just, she's a
fabulous
professional cyclist and bicycle racer, as well as she was special ops in
I can't remember exactly what it was, but yeah,
in
special
an
ops.
army, and
Yeah.
like the stories and she was fantastic. All our keynote speakers have been really excellent, and
So she said, I'm charging you too much money.
Yeah. She looked around the crowd and she said to me, how much are you charging for the tickets? And this was the first year. So I don't remember what we were charging, but it wasn't very much. And the room was filled with, our mums and our sisters and our cousins and our best friends. And it wasn't full. And we had done things to make the room look more full, as you sometimes do. And she just did a little math in her head and she said, no, you guys can't afford me. And she cut her price. Isn't that, I mean,
Wow.
talk about women supporting women. And that is her whole story is, you need to get out there and try some things and do some things. So totally supportive of that, just in her actions, not just speaking it.
So the first year was a difficult year?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It always
I
is.
didn't realize. I thought it seems like you guys just been cruising.
Oh,
No,
no. You've got to build it.
no.
I remember it may have been the great Mike Sidoryk who said it takes 3 years to kind of build so people know that you're doing this. And I think we still have some people who go, oh, what is that? They haven't heard about it. So, it takes some time to build your clientele and to get the crowd following you a little bit.
And there's always different bumps along the way. Some are in our control, some are not.
Yeah.
When the one, I forget which part of the COVID
Yeah.
scenario, we didn't have
21.
one at all.
Mhm.
And then the following or the one prior, there was an opening in there, I forget.
Yes.
And so we had a small and hybrid. So we did
Probably
virtual.
2022.
Yes.
I think it might have
that's
been.
right.
Yeah. So we had some of it. You could join us online and a small group could join us in person. And it was good. It took a lot of, arranging to get that done. But the feedback afterwards was, it's about getting the people in the room and building the community together, because we talked about maybe we continue on with that kind of format, having it also online. But I think people really appreciate the opportunity to get together and build community in that way. So we dropped the online part.
So let's tell them about Inspiring Women's Conference. What is the Inspiring Women's Conference?
It's a personal professional development day for women in Lloydminster and beyond. And it's on February 5th. It's at the Lloydminster Exhibition Grounds in the WLS Convention Center, which has been its home since the beginning, actually.
Yes, yeah.
And we start off the day with a panel of local women, and then we shift into breakouts, and we have a couple of offerings of breakouts. There's 4 different ones. And then after that, we have a great lunch and networking, shine the light on a nonprofit, and then breakouts go again. And then we conclude the day with the keynote speaker, who this year is Beth Hanaszewski. And she's going to be talking about the joy solution, but, many areas of inspiration and motivation. She also happens to be a colleague of Linda Edgecombe.
Yes,
so maybe
there's Linda
something
again.
in that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah. She's a very good connection to have. Yeah, Beth's kind of focus is on building communication and building better communication and relationships in your personal life, in your business life, in your community. So the joy solution, I have to look at what she actually said, the heart of sustainable success. So kind of infiltrating some joy into your lives and into your interactions to build a good, strong community.
How did you guys find her?
We
social
researched,
media, I think, yeah.
Yeah, we have been very fortunate with the keynotes that we found. They've all been so great and so
Really
engaging.
good,
Yeah.
yes,
And
yeah.
she's funny too. That's another thing for people to know. I have a friend who has seen her speak just recently. I think it was back maybe last spring. And she sent a picture, a selfie with her. And she said, I can't wait for this woman to come to the Inspiring Women Conference. And she's heard her twice. She said she's hilarious and very motivating.
That's always great when you get somebody saying you got to do this.
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely. Have you always followed the same format?
Yeah.
Pretty much,
Yeah. It's kind of bits and pieces that we've taken from before we started the conference. We used to travel around and go to ag conferences just like we're doing later today, and take little bits and pieces from things that we've seen at other conferences and then build our own. So that's why we start with the panel and go into the breakouts and then the keynote. It involves a lot of people doing it that way. You've got to get a lot of speakers in the room, but I like that. And I think it's very well received.
Something new this year, you've brought along a guest. Tell us
Yes.
about your guest. Tell us about Dana.
This is Dana, and she's in charge of registration, which is a big job at the conference. There's a lot of registrations. There's a lot of last minute things, a lot of people who want to sit together and don't, and that kind of thing. So she's in charge of that, and we're going to help her with it.
So Dana, how did you get involved?
So I came to college this year at Lakeland College for the administrative professional program, and we just got introduced to be part of this conference. So I'm super excited to get in there and be able to do some hands-on work outside of the college and get involved.
It feels like you're part of this.
Yeah, very much.
So what have you learned so far in setting up with KT and Co?
I'd say something that stuck out to me was professionalism, because as we're all getting older, we have to be more professional in going to college. You have to show and act a certain way, and then going out into public, and now I'm going to be the registration. So people will walk in, they'll see me, and I have to act professional and be able to help people out and get them registered.
Boy, I wish somebody told me that a while ago.
I struggle with that.
So we've had a long-standing relationship with Lakeland College, and a number of years ago, we joined forces with the administrative professional program to come and really help do some heavy lifting and look after a lot of details, which Terra's thankful that I have support in that. But it works out so well. It's really, truly a win-win, I think, because, they support us, but hopefully we provide a lot of experience, personal, professional growth for them. And there is enough people and enough moving parts that K and T couldn't just pull it off anymore without some more support and help, like we did in the early days.
That was tough. Yeah, and they bring youthful enthusiasm and new ideas. And we had a really great idea come to us from one of the students, Cleo, this year, which Kelly and I are looking at each other wondering why we hadn't thought of this. There is a fourth room for the breakout rooms at the exhibition that we haven't been using because it's upstairs and people with mobility issues wouldn't be able to attend that one. And Cleo said to us one day, well, why don't you just switch those breakouts out? So we're doing that this year. Makes more room. We can have a few more chairs in the main room, and we're able to use that fourth room. But just little things like that, having somebody who maybe sees things from a different perspective, can see these little problem-solving issues, and we hadn't thought of that ourselves. So thankful to the students who come up with these good ideas.
And they also helped us with the brainstorming idea of having a contest for tickets on sharing somebody who inspires you. And so there's a student component to that for students to do it, as well as the rest of the general public.
Yeah, so watch for that. That contest is coming up soon. We're just working on the wording of it, so people will be able to, when they see it, talk about somebody who inspires them, and they will then be in the draw for winning tickets. And maybe they bring the person who they mention or a different friend, whichever. Yeah.
Do you have people who've been all 15 years?
I think so. But we one time asked, and I know that person was in the room, we asked at the conference, if you have been here, this was maybe the 12th year, all of the years, please stand up. And I watched her and she didn't, but I don't know if she was shy. But I do think we do have somebody who's been there all of the years. Well, and actually, I guess our families have, many of them have been all of the years.
Yeah.
Let's talk about tickets. Let's, before we forget, because I sometimes forget the obvious, is how do you get tickets and how much are they?
Tickets are on Eventbrite. They're $145. So if you go on Eventbrite and you search up the Inspiring Women Conference, it's there. $145 is the general admission. You can pay $30 extra and come to our new 15th annual VIP event, which is after the main event, upstairs in the ranch room at the exhibition, and we'll have some appies and you get to meet and speak with the speakers, that kind of thing. They're selling very well. I would say we're right around just about half sold out. So this week, I think coming up, I have to go back and look, but historically, I think has been a big week of ticket sales. I think people come out of the fog of the holidays and all of a sudden remember, because I even saw this morning, there's a lot that are going very quickly this morning. So you can follow us, KT and Company, on Facebook and Instagram for updates. And we're often introducing speakers on there and keeping people informed about the conference.
And I guess, should we I was just general on who the breakout speakers are. Do you want to speak to that a bit, the
Sure.
panelists?
I have to look at my notes, so I have to cheat.
Well, let's take a break and
Sure.
we'll give you a chance to get caught up, and then we'll come out back and we'll find
Excellent.
out who the
Perfect.
breakout panelists are.
Sure.
Jason Arden and Associates Cooperators. We're proud to be a top-rated local insurance company that offers flexible solutions and expert advice for all your insurance and investment needs. We'll work with you to tailor your insurance specific to your needs, and we offer investment advice that always puts you first. At Cooperators, one of our core values is to give back to the communities that we live in. Thanks to the support of our clients in Lloydminster and area, in 2023, Jason Arden and Associates has donated $40,000 to local nonprofits, charities, students, athletes, and other special events. How does your insurance company support our community?
I'm Brian Zinchuk of PipelineOnline.ca. I used to be a pipeliner, and I've spent the last 15 years reporting on energy in Saskatchewan. PipelineOnline.ca provides comprehensive coverage of light oil, heavy oil, lithium, helium, power production including coal, wind, solar, geothermal, natural gas, and nuclear. There's a lot happening in Saskatchewan's energy sector, and Pipeline Online is there for all of it. No one else comes even close.
It's more than just taxes at L&A CPA. Assurance, accounting, retirement planning, estate planning, business consulting, financial consulting, farm program support, and bookkeeping. But yes, there is always taxes. The team at L&A CPA is committed to helping you achieve your best results and will be there to assist you every step of the way. L&A CPA, with offices in Provost, Vermilion, and Lloydminster.
Superior Water specializes in nothing but water, and with over 23 years in the business, they're proud and confident that their water and their service is superior. For iron filters, water softeners, reverse osmosis distillers, chlorine removal, and H2S odor removal, give Superior Water a call, 780-875-6636, or stop and see them at their 57th Avenue location right beside Sheepskin Loft, and stay hydrated with pure, clean water. I drink Superior Water because after all, it is superior water, and I really like the taste. Well, welcome you back inside the new Lloydminster Nissan, where we have Terra Weaver joining us. We have Kelly Sidoryk. They are KT & Co. And from Lakeland College, we have Dana Babb joining us as well. And this is the 15th year for the Inspiring Women Conference. And these ladies have become really good at what they do. And part of what they do is bring in local women to talk about what they've been through. And that includes breakout sessions. It includes a panel. Do you want to start the breakout sessions?
Sure. So, well, maybe I'll start with the panel because that's how we start in the morning is with the panel. On the panel this year, we have Justina Sather, and she's the GM at Gold Horse Casino. And she talks about in her bio that I was reading this morning, through her work with the Gold Horse, she's appreciated the collaboration opportunities and community engagement opportunities. And what was interesting, the next panelist is Jill Kelly with Red Bicycle and Barology Beauty Products. And she mentions a deep belief in the power of community as well. So I kind of think that's interesting. Those two women, we don't have a theme for the panel. We just invite women to come and speak on whatever they like. But both of them in their bios mention the importance of community and community engagement, which I think is obviously very important. For the breakouts, I'll do two, and then Kelly do two, maybe?
Sure.
We have Sherry Hushfoot, Sherry, lots of people know her. She's an experienced leader in our community. She is going to speak on the leadership trifecta, which is courage, curiosity, and core values. So Sherry's involved in many nonprofits. She's involved in a lot of things, and I'm very excited to hear from her about leadership. Ricky Ducharme is an educated psychologist. She is experienced mental health practitioner and counselor, and she's going to speak on the 8 dimensions of wellness. And I was looking that up and seeing what that is, and it's very interesting. Your wellness includes physical, mental, obviously, but also financial, spiritual, and I'm very much looking forward to hers as well. Do you want to take the next two?
Sure, yeah. Another breakout speaker is Sierra Bennett. She is an educator and specializing in media studies. And so she's really going to be talking about the tech angle of it. She's a Lakeland alumni. Lots of people have known and worked with Sierra around town. And then really talking about your social media footprint. And I think that can be applicable to all. And we haven't specifically spoke to her, but I'm curious about AI. So I hope she includes that in her presentation. Then we also have Dr. Catherine King. She's a naturopathic doctor with a practice in Lloydminster growing, and she covers all aspects of wellness, but we're specifically asked her to talk about gut health and the microbiomes. We're very excited to hear what she has to say about that. We always try to have diversity in our topics. So because there's only 2 times that you can go to the breakouts, you have to choose. So you can't go to all 4.
Right.
So we hope that we offer enough that all our attendees feel that there's value in something that they're really interested in.
Sierra, I was mentioning, is somebody we're very, very familiar with, and she's constantly stayed in touch with this program because she was a part of this program. She's hosted it, and she used to do a segment for us, and she really wants to do a segment again.
Yeah,
and she's
that'd
really
be
good at what she does. So you guys have somebody good there.
Yes.
I met Sierra when she was on. I think she was on Youth Council.
Yes.
Oh,
I
yes,
thought, man,
yeah, a long time ago.
here's somebody coming. Like,
Yes.
let's keep an eye on her because
She's a go-getter.
She's
Yeah.
a go-getter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's for sure. Lots of energy and enthusiasm in her presentations too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I heard her speak at Startup, and I think she was doing one on Reels and social media back then. And that was a few years ago. So she's been doing this for a while, even though she's quite young.
Yeah, that's exactly
Yeah.
it. She's still very,
Yeah,
very,
yeah.
very young. Sponsors. You mentioned
Oh,
off
yes,
the top,
yes,
you
for
can't do
sure.
this
We
without-
can't do it without the
Yeah.
sponsors. Our headlining sponsor is Sonova, so we're very grateful to them. SIGA is another sponsor, the Lloydminster and District Co-op. Synergy is also an important supporter, as is Red Bicycle, as well as Connie Anderson. She's been from the beginning, I think.
Yeah, she might be a long time. Maybe she's been to everyone. Well, I guess she hasn't attended everyone, but she has supported everyone. Connie used to live in Lloydminster and has moved to Calgary, but she stays in contact with us and she knows to reach out and she offers her support every year. And one of the things that she does to support the conference is she donates money so that we can get tickets to people who wouldn't otherwise be able to come.
Really?
And so we source them out and yeah, people who would be interested in coming and could benefit from it, who maybe couldn't get there on their own. Connie gives us money to make sure that they get there.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, isn't it?
And honestly, part of it too, as we present this, is that we are mindful of trying to get make it affordable and available to as many people as we can. So again, without the support of some of the sponsors, that would be pretty difficult.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Who should come?
Everyone. Yeah. Yeah. If you are a guy listening to these topics and these speakers and you think, I would really love to see that or hear that, of course you can come. It's a women's conference presented by women on topics that we think are of interest to us, but the doors aren't locked to anyone. Of course you can come.
For tickets, if you want to come as a larger group, can you sit together?
Yeah, for sure. We now that we have the college helping us with some of the details, we can easily accommodate people sitting together. They just need to make sure they let us know that on Eventbrite. And we also want to say that it isn't only coming in groups, but we just invite, even if you're just on your own and you'd like to come, please feel free to do it because, you know, we'll make sure that you have a great spot and are included. And don't wait for
and whatever stage of life you're in. There's students, we'd love for the students to come. There's stay-at-home moms who are maybe listening to this right now, rocking their baby, thinking that's not for me. Yes, it is. Please come.
And the, entrepreneurs, we've talked about that,
professionals,
the corporate professionals. So really all aspects of your life, somebody will find something relevant and applicable.
Yeah.
Is there anything I'm forgetting?
I think we've covered everything I have written down.
Once again, lunch is included.
Lunch is included, snacks, coffee, all of that is included. Yeah, it's a great day. The reviews are always fantastic. I think people leave there feeling really motivated and really uplifted and willing to go and try something new or go out and achieve their goals.
And sometimes the accolades are more public, but I think one of the ones that has very significant meaning for both Terra and I is the individuals that come up to us afterwards and just one-on-one say, thank you so much for putting this together and providing the opportunity, because and it is community building. I think that is our theme.
I think so too. It's
rising
creating
to the
connection.
top.
Yeah, for sure. And we've even had husbands come up to us after and talk about how much their wife enjoyed it and how they saw something
That's
change.
another story. But
It
we'll
is, yeah.
save that for
It
another
is.
time.
Eh? Like
Mhm.
that's
Yes.
a lot of
Yes.
Yes.
a lot of
He
guys
saw
that
a
buy the
difference in his
ticket
wife.
for their.
No,
Yeah.
I think she bought her own. Probably
bought her
this
own.
this man that I'm thinking of, and he just saw a difference in her after. Which, I mean, how great is that?
Like a increased confidence.
Yes, yeah. She had a goal that she'd set for herself, and she went out and did it. That day, she went up and signed up for a course that she'd been talking about for years.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mhm.
You mentioned Mike said 3 years.
Yeah.
When did you guys know? When did you know? Okay, the Inspiring Women Conference is going to go and it's going to last a long time.
Well, I think we always knew because we were just going to make it.
Yes,
we
yes.
love this conference. It's really fun. Kelly and I get to meet fabulous, fabulous women. And I get teased by my kids because I'll come home sometimes from meetings and I'll say, you guys, and they'll say, oh, you met the coolest lady. Yes, I did. Planning it is really great. We meet some fabulous people. And then the day of is fantastic. There's such a good buzz in the room and good community. So it'll keep going. It's too much fun to
Always
stop.
knew you would make it, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, there were some
There's some bumps.
There was
yeah.
some bumps, but
It's great to have that confidence to be able to do that. Does that inspire you a little bit, Dana? to
It
hear-
does, yes.
Yeah.
I'm super excited to go and attend this and get to see people speak, but also be on the backside of it and help organize it.
How important is it for just to involve the youth?
oh, absolutely. Because I mean, so often we need to have a eye to the succession piece of it.
Yes.
And so including, and it doesn't matter what you're doing there, but including others and newcomers and is what helps.
That brings up something that we haven't talked about when we talk about the succession piece. We have daughters too who come to this conference and support us in different ways. And our MC we haven't talked about is Tess
yes,
Wack, is
it's
Kelly's
Tess Wack.
daughter.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
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 So, that's a part of it too. Our daughters have watched this conference grow and have been there. I think now I'm bad at math, but if it's been 15 years, I think my daughter was 11 when we started this.
Wow.
So, and yours were not much older than that.
Yeah.
So they've watched this conference grow and us grow along with it. So that's
Yeah.
important, and to bring in the community as well is great.
And I think the backside, that's interesting that Dana talks about that, because there is a lot of frantic paddling underwater that not everybody else will see. So we're sometimes scurrying around to deal with some of these things. And it's like, that's all right. Not
Everything's
everybody
fine.
has to know that there was a big glitch. I'm thinking of
Oh,
some
there's
more
been a
stories
few.
that are
There have been a few. But you make like a
Is there
duck.
one
You're
that-
paddling like crazy, but everything's calm up above.
Is there one that stands out? Like,
The one that I can't say.
Yeah.
The one that I'm thinking of.
Yeah, we'll leave that for another
Okay.
time. You
All
gotta
right.
have us back.
okay.
They're good. They're good.
Thank you, ladies. Appreciate it.
Okay,
you.
thank you very much.
And as we mentioned, we're on the road tomorrow. We're heading out to Wellings of Lloydminster for the grand opening of their beautiful clubhouse. I mean, when I first started working with Wellings and they started talking about this clubhouse, I had no idea it would be this amazing. So join us tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock from Wellings of Lloydminster.